Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. This is not really going to have any rhyme or reason today. It's just a Sunday fun stream for a couple hours while I relax, try to wind down. Before I start, I want to say if you like the channel, see what I'm doing here, and you think you enjoy it maybe, give me a like and a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It is very much appreciated. If you don't like what I'm doing, let me know. Maybe give me ideas of what I'm doing wrong or what you think could make it better. If you have suggestions for other games you'd like to see me stream, give me ideas for that too. I'm always up for something. As long as it's not a first person shooter for the most part. I'm not very good at those. They're too hectic. I'm going to start the day by running over here and checking out the status of my field so I know if I need to fertilize it yet. No, nothing has started sprouting, so no more fertilization yet. As you can see, got pretty good yield right now, 75% bonus. Off stream this morning I did plant wheat. I've already sprayed an herbicide on it, fertilizer on it, rolled it. So that's started. I think today I'm going to be focusing on doing some contract work in hopes of paying off the rest of my loan. I owe about $20,000 right now. We paid most of it off with the profit from yesterday's stream. Let me get over here to Gertie, hop in, run her around. I did add in the black smoke mod for all the equipment. What do y'all think about the exhaust, the way it's running? I think it looks a little more realistic than seeing just like an invisible plume that sort of created a distortion. Hey Ray, good to see you, girl. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It's a little chilly down here in eastern Oklahoma today, or at least I am for some reason. I've had the heater cranked up all day and I can't seem to get one. Check the contracts. Maybe we could find us a mowing contract. That seems to be about my favorite. We've got us a mowing contract, field 84, folks. I think I'm going to take that. Facebook wants to interfere with my farming. But hey, that's okay, right? Accept the contract. Switch over to Big Booty Judy. Go over here and find my sickles. If they're where I left, yep, they're where I left them last for once. See if I can do this without running them over. Every time I go to hook that front sickle, I tend to run it over, and I have to get out, flip it. It's just. But as they usually say, it wouldn't be a bearded stream if I didn't wreck or hit something, right? There we go. Starting the day out good. Or at least the strength. Almost messed it up. Y'all see that? Not quite used to the horsepower in this tractor yet. A lot more responsive than Gertie. See if I can get out here without getting hit by a train. And I stopped on the tracks. Got to get my head out of the trees. I hope everybody who comes in is having a wonderful Sunday. Sunday starts out good, and if Sunday starts out good, then maybe Monday will too. Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't mean to clear my throat. I'm going to run down here to Field 84 behind the mechanic shop. I think it's the co-op, one of the co-op silos. Do a quick mowing job. See how close I am to paying off the last of this loan. Okay, here we are. Let's pull off here. Set up our steering assist. Camera view so I can see what I'm doing. Get this mower down and started. Switch to the front, get her down and started. I'm gonna back up just a hair. And away we go. We're off to making money, y'all. Field's a little large, but should be able to kick it out pretty quick. I was able to get a plow and a can't even think of what I'm talking about. Oh, a cultivator. I was able to get a plow and cultivator on the last stream. So that opens me up to more jobs. It's a small plow, so it takes a lot longer to do work. But work is work and money's money. I know I could have a more expensive mowing setup than I have here with this little Lizard front and rear sickle bar, but it cuts 7 meters, 22 feet, and rides really smooth and allows me to go pretty fast. So I'm pretty happy with it. Plus it's able to be pulled by my smaller tractor if need be with lower horsepower. If I ever get where I'm big enough that this tractor will be tied up. So how's everybody's weekend gone? Mine went pretty good. Spent yesterday with the wife and then streamed last night on my Will I Save Grandpa's Farm series. We upgraded a little bit over there. Looks like Christmas is getting closer and closer. This will be the first year, and I don't know exactly how many that my wife has Christmas off. That'll be a wonderful thing here in this house. I won't have to do all the cooking. I think that black smoke mod looks really good on this tractor. Seems way more realistic. And it transfers to all the vehicles, trucks, semis, tractors, harvesters, combines, everything. Looks like I missed a swath here in the corner. Let's get that. Corners seem to be my Achilles heel. When I'm done mowing here, I'm going to run over to fields 83 and 82 and check them out. I was thinking about wanting to purchase them. Been having a discussion with one of my mods offline about the direction which fields will be next. We haven't decided if we're going to look at that or if we're going to look at field. I think it's 42, 43, 45, 43, 44, and 45. With the size of the equipment we have right now, we don't really want anything that's on a steep incline or really hilly. Like I said when the stream started, I don't really have any plans for today. Just gonna tinker around for a while. Sorry. This cold weather's getting to me. I'd really like to get this filled, but it's outside my budget for a while. Somebody told me yesterday that when I'm playing, it's not Farming Simulator, it's Mowing Simulator. But I'm making money with what I got. I did manage to make enough money off stream doing some rock picking and harvesting jobs. I was able to place a small trailer right off the side of the 3 pieces of land that I do own. And I was able to get a diesel tank put there so I don't have to go to the gas station. So that's always a good thing. The road less traveled sometimes saves you. I at least don't have to sleep in my truck. I'll show all that off here in a few once I'm finished with this. I think I'll just sit here and be quiet for a bit. Tractor run to people. If you are lurking in here, don't be a stranger. Chat. Talk about anything you want. Well, almost anything. And just in case if you don't know, this is just my place, or my play farm that I play on, and I test different things out and learn to do the game a little more. I do have a series that I run, stream for 1 to 2 times a week. That's a survival type series where I don't take out loans or lease equipment or any of that stuff. And I don't have a farm or anything. I have no land on it. And I'm working towards buying the land, and I've titled it, Can I Save My, or Will I Save My Grandpa's Farm, I believe is what it is. And the idea behind it is that he lost the farm to the bank. I came in from the city with nothing, went to an auction, bought a few little pieces of equipment, and slowly I'm trying to work it up. Hey, what's up, John? Good to see you, Ed. Just out here working big booty Judy, you know. Trying to make enough money to pay off the last 20 or 22,000 of that loan that we took to get her. When I get done with this field here, I'm going to run over and show you those 2 fields I was talking about this morning. Let you see where I was talking about, the ones that run down to the river. And then I was going to run over and look at fields 45, 42, 43, and 44. See which ones we think would be the best to really start focusing on. Yeah, I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver something my wife ordered. Apparently they're not going to be here till about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. I don't know if you got my message over on Discord. Apparently I deleted all of my graphics files that I use in Photoshop and stuff for making my thumbnails and Trucker Dan's thumbnails and some stuff that I've done for Panda, DJ Panda and other people, Grease Gun. And I guess when I set up the delete on this, I set it up to delete without confirmation and to permanently delete, so I'm hoping I got a backup for most of it on a thumb drive or on my external. I'd hate to lose all that because it was a lot of work getting those made. Yeah, we can do that. If I'm on still. I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight. But yeah, if you happen to be able to, we can get on a call and talk about those fields. It's actually been a pretty good day other than hurting like heck and tired. But yeah, I came over to the computer and this new keyboard has the delete button above the arrow keys. And my old keyboard had the backshift button or backspace button there. And I thought I hit the backspace button, but I didn't. That's what I get for thinking, right? Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in, spending your Sunday afternoon with me. If you feel like it, maybe give me a like or subscribe. I'm hoping to hit 100 by my birthday in May. Lost a few last night, gained one today. The never-ending game of YouTube, right? You know, you get used to one keyboard. You know where all your hotkeys are at and everything else. Then you switch to a different one because you want a wired keyboard instead of wireless. Yeah, and if you would, go give my buddy Trucker Dan a follow. Great guy, probably one of the most honest, sincere humans you'll find on here. He's been nothing but a miracle in helping me through all of this, learning to stream. Has helped me with everything. Still don't understand why people would want to watch me do this, but if you want to watch, I'll do it every day that I'm available. Hoping here pretty soon to start adding some more content to the channel other than just Farming Simulator. I was gifted Railroads Online yesterday from my brother, and I was going to stream it last night, but after going through the tutorial I realized that I'm a meathead when it comes to some things. I'm going to have to get some time in with it, you know, before I'm willing to embarrass myself online. Hey Haley, how are you doing, girl? Great to see you today. I hope your Sunday's going great. Even though you had to work, I hope it went well and smooth. Contract finished, folks. $4,500, not bad for that little bit of run. Would it take me about 20 minutes? I've had a great day so far. Well, deleted all my graphics files that I use for making my thumbnails and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I've got about 80% of them on a flash drive. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't. The issue I was having was figuring out the. Okay, John. Or sorry. Was figuring out the setting the train tracks and stuff. This was that field I was telling you about, John. 83. It does go all the way down to the ferry. But as you can see, a lot of it is this land over here I really couldn't do anything with because it's way too steep. But I did like where it was at. The price point wasn't bad. And then there was this field here, which was 82. Just looking at it, I liked where it was at, but as you'll see, there's a whole lot of it that I'll never be able to farm. There's a whole lot of it I would never be able to farm just because it drops off way too steep to the river. This down here, there's not much I'd be able to do with that at all. Clear the timber out, that's just about it. But while I'm right here by the ferry, I think I'll run over and look at those 4 plots we were talking about this morning. Agreed. Not worth the money right now. I just like where it's located at. It's close to the the carpenter, the warehouse. But I mean, look at that. That took Big Booty almost off of her wheels. When you got a booty like that, it takes a lot to get you up. I can't say that, can I? Sorry, y'all. Roach just hoarse today. I apologize for blowing your eardrums out coughing. Try to mute my mic when it happens. I'm going over here right now to look at 45. I got this paper where we had a conversation. I wrote everything down. Welcome in, welcome in. For stopping by. Not really doing anything today, just checking out my wish list of land that I'd like to buy. Eventually, when I figure out how to be a farmer and start making a little bit of money. Okay, pull off right here for a second. 45 goes all the way down here to where I'm at. And all the way to the creek. So, I mean, at the most I could harvest the trees right here. And it's a gentle enough grade, I could mow it. I could mow this, I believe. I don't know if I'd be able to bale it. I could mow it. And it goes all the way down to the river. I wouldn't be mowing this. But there are some pretty good sized trees to harvest. The field is pretty flat up here. The field's pretty flat. It's a little steep. Oh, Big Booty here can go up and down it. It goes to right about here. Ends right about here. And there's probably $10,000, $15,000 worth of tree on here at least. Some I'd leave, some I'd remove. But where I was looking at and I was telling you about was right here. Was, well, not this field I'm next to here. Jesus, people, go away. This right here. Field 34. Field 44. And field 35. We'd have we'd have all this. Oh no, I wouldn't either. Who is it? Sorry about this, folks. Turn the sounds. But we'd have these three fields right here, 44, 35, and 34. "34 goes over around the creek. 44 goes all the way back to the creek and all the way to the road. And then 35 goes all the way over to that road. So we would have from that road yeah, we'd have that road, from that road all the way to this road, and around, all the way around. We'd have all the way around. Let me see, I don't remember how far it goes up here. Yeah, we'd have all the way to that main highway, and then almost all the way to the, we'd have all this up here. A little steep here, but we'd have all this. All the way to the creek. And this little one here on the end goes all the way up to the road almost. What's about right here? I think it's about right there is where it goes. Yeah, goes a little further up towards the road. Yep. I'd have water source. And there's not a whole lot of slope in here. There's a little bit, but I mean, I could mow this. For the most part, I could mow to about this grade here. After that, I'd start getting a little worse. Okay. Which ones go to? Let's see. 34 goes right to the edge of the creek. 44 actually goes into the creek. The rights go right into the creek. Yeah, this one here goes I'd say right about here. Yeah. No, actually further. Agreed. I mean, you could come off the road. You could come off the road right here and right into the creek. You could back a trailer right into the creek. Yeah, right there. So 44, 72, 336. It's not a horrible plot. And like I said, together, those three together, it's just about a half an acre less than 45. 45 doesn't go to the creek, but it goes to the wetlands. But that's sloped there. You get down in that marsh and it's real easy to get stuck. So that's our next goal, yeah. Earn 75,000 so we can buy it. If you weren't in here when I mentioned to John, I added realistic smoke. So the tractors now have black smoke instead of that white plumy cloud. I like it. Rolling coal, as they say, you know. I agree. If you remember Wild Man, he sank how many trucks and trailers? While I'm here, I'm gonna see if there's anything else I can make money from. Bell wrapping, cultivating, fertilizing, harvesting, hoeing, mowing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. It's on the way to the house. Should have checked before I came down here. I could have just stayed up there. Actually, I'm gonna turn. Good thing they didn't charge him every time. Told him he needed a tank, but he didn't. He didn't need that big. I'll be right back, y'all. I apologize. Hello? Sorry about that, folks. Had a phone call come in. 92-year-old woman wants to call and ramble in your ear. You let her ramble. They've earned that, I figured. But yeah, John, if he had to pay for him, he would have stopped after the first one, huh? So I see I got 6 people in here now. Welcome in, everybody. Not really doing anything today, just a calm Sunday stream. Doing a little bit of farming, trying to. We've got a goal right now that we've set to where we want to purchase a set of 3 fields eventually. Hey Daisy, how are you doing today? Hope your day's going wonderful. Thank you for throwing that out there, John. I really appreciate that. If you like what you see, maybe give me a subscription. Check it out. I'm on here several days a week now. I am still very new, but I'm learning. I'm good. A little chilly. Can't seem to get warm. That seems to be a problem a lot here lately, though. Figured since I won't be streaming tomorrow, I'd come in here today and just do an afternoon stream. I'm about $4,000 away from being able to pay off that bank loan. And then it's all in the green after that, right? Or in the black. Black, yeah. Contract is done, folks. Grocery already finally got there. Well, at least he got it to you. They didn't do what they do here, and that's deliver it to the neighbors. Leave a computer sitting at the road. Which way am I going to get home? To my right. As I'm looking out, a little bit to the right. Sorry, Mama messaged me, so I had to see what she wanted. She's at work for about another 3 hours, well, 2.5 now, probably. She's ready to come home. Okay, John, I'll show you what I did off screen. Let me drive over there. You see my little single wide over there? Got me a home finally, folks. Got me a home. She ain't got no skirting or anything, but I got me a home. And using some pallets, I built me a little mechanic shop here. So I don't have to go to town no more to get just basic repairs. I'll show you how that works. Becoming a little more self-sufficient with each go. I don't know if I'll be able to get up there with this mower on it, but yeah, tires don't go. Drive her up on there and then don't get stuck behind the booty. Over here. And I can just repair. I can't really do a whole lot of anything. I can customize. I would be able to customize right here, so I can do my own work now. So that's cool. And I got us a decent tank. Sure, if you want to. Give me a minute. Let me go park Big Booty. She's costing me fuel. Okay, look, little girl. You belong to Walter. You do not belong to me. I am not going to feed you. You are not my responsibility. Tired of looking at this overgrown grass. My road looks plumb persnickety, you know? If y'all would, please bear with me for 1 minute while I hop over into Discord just to get a phone call to John. You can watch Big Booty Idol right there. Let's see.
Hey, what's going on, Bearden?
Hey, brother, what's up?
Oh, just chilling.
Can you still hear me while I'm in the game?
Oh, Discord's working fine. I had to
Okay.
mute the big screen so I could not have two audios going through at one time here.
Yeah, I hear you there. So you won't get to hear
Nobody.
Big Booty Judy purr, huh?
No, but I've heard her good plenty.
Okay, I was going to show you some stuff I added in today, since I don't have to run to town no more. Um, Nothing on sale still, but I think I added a couple tractors. Not here. Okay, we got the John Deere 6R.
Oh, hang on, there's a little bit of a stream delay here.
Okay, I forget about that. Well, my chat's getting to actually hear your voice.
Well, I ain't been missing nothing. Okay, so you got the 6R up on screen now.
Yeah, that's an actual mod. I think it goes to. I don't know if it's the same as the other one or not, but it's all for the front end loader attachment. I added that one in today. Then I added in this 4X55.
Yeah,
It's
give me just a second, Bearded. We
yeah,
still got that 30-second delay here.
yeah. I like this 4755 though.
That one does look pretty good.
190 horsepower base, only 46,000, and it'll go up to 225 horsepower. It will take a front end loader.
Still not as pretty as the 6 Series, though.
If I ever got rid of Gertie though, this would probably be the one I'd get.
Right.
You can add front lights. You can add fenders if you want. It does have cabin light. I don't see no need for those. And you can change the rim color if you wanted to.
I guess it only has the option for rear duals on it, though.
I didn't check the tires. Let's see. It's got wheel weights, medium tires, with weights, wide tires, narrow tires, rear dual narrow, narrow twin wheel. No, it's got front and rear, but they're
Oh,
narrow.
that's cool. I'll be able to see it in just a second.
Yeah. It actually has regular twin wheels also.
It doesn't look too bad with the duals.
It's only 62,000 with duals too, which is not a whole lot higher than Gertie, and she's only 116 horsepower, and this would be 225 horsepower
Right,
with the front end loader attachment still.
right.
I think it has a front end loader. No, it had front fin. Does it? No, no front end loader. Just front pan.
Yeah,
Yep.
it wouldn't be worth selling off Gertrude then for it.
No.
So that means the 6R would still be the way to go with it.
Yeah. Let me get out of this. I'm watching my other screen, so I know when to start talking about what's going on. But I added
Right.
added a 70/20 in also. It's a lot more money than a 6R by about 60,000 base, I think.
On the 7020's got more horsepower stock though, doesn't it?
Yeah, 170, but it doesn't have front end loader. That's the most annoying part is I want a front end loader.
Right.
No front weight, front hydraulic. It does have front hydraulic, or it comes without.
I kind of like those extra working lights on the wheel weight on the front weight though.
Yeah. Wonder how many horsepower should go up. 220, but that's still almost 300,000 for that.
Right.
But I like those extra lights. I like that it doesn't have all the UK or EU whatever that I don't have to change.
Right.
I think that was it on the medium tractors. I did find something you wanted me to look for in the 7R.
What you find?
You'll see. I'm gonna wait till she loads. That blacked out John Deere 7R.
Oh, that looks good.
But it just doesn't have front end loader, which I don't need. I'm stuck on that. I want a front end loader, but I don't really need it.
Well,
And
for the front end loader, like I say, the 6R would be what you would need for loading purposes and whatnot. The
it,
7R would be more horsepower.
this blacked out this blacked out 7R will go up to 388 horsepower.
That might be the move for a second tractor then, or a
And
third tractor in this case.
um, and it has
It
the
looks
front
pretty
dual.
good.
Sorry about that. It has the front dual wheels and the rear
Right.
dual US setup. You can also you can actually change the color, so we could take it to that jet black, take it to a matte jet black, and I think that looks really pretty.
How would it look in a gloss or a metallic? Something with a little bit more shine to it.
Let me see here. Metallic. Oh yeah, she's shiny. And you could change the frame color too. So if you wanted to
Oh, that's
matte,
plus.
if you wanted to like matte black out the chassis or something,
Right.
set that to matte. Yeah, you change so all the attachments are matte black. You can change the rim color.
I love that metallic black.
I don't like it on the wheels though, on the rims, but I could set it to metallic. Oh, that ain't bad. Only a third of a million. That's a
Right.
goal. That's a goal. That's a goal, you know.
Right.
She is pretty. I like that it's blacked out and it's not green. It makes me feel a little more comfortable,
Green ain't so bad, but I do admit she looks pretty good look blacked out like that.
Yeah, she does. So that's what I added there. And then I added maybe under hay and
We're gonna have to get you set up on Discord where you can actually stream share on Discord so I can see real time so we don't have to deal with the delay.
yeah, I'm pretty foreign with Discord, you know what I mean?
We'll get it figured out.
I did add another trailer in here, but I don't see it. Is it under semi-trailers? I might not have added it. I'm notorious for that. What were the hay trailers under?
I can't remember.
Oh, there they are. This one right here. This is the one that handles the square bells I was telling you about.
I'm still watching you cycle through stuff here.
Yeah, I just clicked it. I didn't actually know it was in game, but apparently it's already in game. But that's the one I was telling you about that would pick up the large square bells.
Right.
But like we discussed, round baler would be the way to go.
Right.
Either watching my screen so I know when I get over there. Either the coon or the crone. They both make the largest round bells. From the smallest to the
Right.
large. They make the smallest to the largest. And they'll do film wrap or net. So either one of them two right there, the coon or the crone on the right side.
Which one was the lighter machine?
The coon was 3.8 tons. The crone was 5 ton.
I'd go with the coon just for the fact of it being lighter, less
Mhm.
strain on the 3650.
And the good thing is either one of them only take 100 horsepower, where all these other ones 120, 110, 120, 200. But yeah, that's what I added in today. I was going to show you. I don't think there was anything else. No, that would be it.
Yeah, I would go with the lighter round bell. Be able to pull it with the 3650.
Yeah.
And that way, if you wanted to, you could hire a hand and the bigger tractor have it running the triple sickle bar,
Yeah.
coming behind it with the baler after you get it raked up and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I did add a diesel tank. That once we have a big enough trailer, we could just mount it to the trailer. And if we're hauling a tractor and equipment, we got fuel right there on site.
Right.
What's it hold? I think it said it held 1,000 liters. Yeah, 1,000 liters of diesel. But that was all she did. Hold on, I might have a pickup truck. I was looking at a pickup. No, still that ugly Ford with the big wheels. Then that one that you can't change the color on.
Well, you know that portable diesel tank, you could
Mm-hmm.
put it on the top deck of your gooseneck when you get one.
Yeah. Like that gooseneck we have here.
Right.
Then I'd. Yeah, right over. I think it's right over here. No, I moved it. I don't. I'm always moving stuff and not remembering where I put it.
Right.
Okay, yeah, it's around here. Yeah, I could put it right up here.
Yeah, that portable tank would be a good addition to that top deck.
Yeah.
And be able to keep fuel with you in case you start running low in the field.
I just noticed this as a winch. Hang on a second. I got a message on Discord.
You just noticed that?
I answered you, Fry. I apologize. I heard it, but I didn't know what it was. I heard the boom. But yeah, I'll get to that tonight or in the morning. Well, it won't be. It won't be in the morning. I've got a heart doctor appointment. When I get back. If I ain't got with you by tomorrow afternoon, just remind me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's plenty of additions for when it comes to mods that you might check out. You know, the mod list is growing constantly.
okay, Fry. No problem, man. I'll talk to you later this evening on Discord, or I'll read a post if you talk about it. But yeah, I'll get all that set up for you. But yeah, there's plenty of mods. A lot of them are just way too stupidly overpowered. Or, there's a 10,000 horsepower tractor.
Yeah, you don't need that much horses.
Nobody needs 10,000 horsepower tractor.
Well, I mean, there's certain applications for it, but nothing that's going to be farm related for what we're doing with the series.
Not even on this game, I don't think. Well, maybe
Well, there's
if you got some of them big mods that like have cedars that cover a whole 2 acres, in one pass.
well, there's a mod for a mother bin for one of those big auger carts.
Yeah,
And that thing, when it's full, is massive. It struggles with the 9R.
I know Fry has he modded out one of his what do you call them, foraging wagons, and I think it'll hold a
Right.
million. I think it'll hold 1,000,000 liters.
Good Lord.
Well, he's got like 6 fields all hooked together that he's making silage out of, and having to make 10 trips to dump your wagon.
I can see how that would get old fast, but still.
He was like, I'm gonna see if I can edit this out to 1,000,000. He did.
Oh, I might have to check that out sometime.
Okay, sorry.
2.6 million? Good
Two
Lord.
2.6 million liters. And like we had a conversation yesterday about the liters. How what you know, how it relates over to the metro or to the imperial system.
Right.
So that's like 1,000,000 tons.
Yeah, that's too much weight for a grain cart, man.
I mean, you're gonna have to what, like, oh, it's not a grain cart, it's a forager wagon.
That don't make it any better.
You're gonna have to hook up what, like 10 tractors together and maybe a couple Peterbilt. But yeah, see right
Well,
here.
if it was a sled, it would be all right.
See right here, John. That's what I was saying right here. If you had somebody that could just work your tractor with 2 bins on it,
Right.
you'd get a case of the invisible bells.
Finally walking into the barn so I can see what you're talking about here.
Yeah, I forget there's a delay. I got up to the second tier there. I was able to jump onto it, but getting up to where the hay was, I couldn't do.
Right. I think we'd need a SkyTrack for that.
Or a crane.
Oh, you know that SkyTrack, if it telescopes out far enough, it should be all right. I just don't know if you can get up there into the barn like that for if they got an invisible wall of some kind.
Yeah, I would think they do to keep people from doing what I was talking about. Hey, I did see a ladder mod where you can put a ladder on the side of a building. Maybe I get it and put it in just to see.
Right.
Field 76. Is that the one that almost killed us? No, that's the one way down there. It's got a contract available for spraying. Just don't know if I want to deal with one right now. I'm being really chill today with what I'm doing.
Right.
Yes, I'm not in my field yet, but when I get there, you'll see. It's not at the second stage yet for me to refertilize.
Yeah, when we get everything set up where you can share your stream for what you're seeing on your screen real time here, you know, I'd be able to help you out in real time instead of having that delay.
Yeah. If I had a second monitor set up in front of me, I could actually watch the delay too, but I forget to look to my left at my computer.
Right.
That is one big tree. There'd be a lot of board feet in that, but I just don't know. Just don't know. I guess since I bought the bigger seed wagon, the grain wagon, I could sell this small one.
Yeah, be able to make back a little money.
Yeah.
I mean, all it's doing is just collecting dust sitting there, you know.
What'd you think about the black exhaust?
Like it. Looks a whole lot more realistic than what the game started with.
Well, I noticed when like I would be sitting on a tractor that didn't have a cab, and I'd be backing up or something, I'd see like ripples in front of my face, which is legitimate. You know, in real life
Right.
you see that, but that's
Right.
on a gas tractor. You know, you don't see it on a diesel for the most part because you have the black exhaust.
Right.
And I thought it was more realistic looking. Hopefully I get down here to sell it without flipping it.
Oh, we need to get a counter going in the stream too. See how many times you flip the equipment.
No sir, no sir. I mean, I flipped a rear dual, you know, tractor.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you did that.
I think I had the speedometer or the cruise control set at 28. I went around the corner. I watched it back. I watched it back 2 times because I was just doing my own little test stream, you know. And I
Right.
did not clip that fence, man. I went around the corner. I was probably what would be 3 or 4 feet away from that fence, but yet the wheel went way up in the air. Tractor spun completely around, did a 360, and then flipped. I hit an
You had to
invisible
have hit
wall or
something.
something. Maybe there's a
Of course,
collision there.
Well, the hitboxes in this game are kind of strange.
There might be a collision there too, or well, you know, like when you're backing into your equipment, you can be 2 feet away from it and connect. So maybe I was just too
Right.
close to that fence. I want to know what kind of wood them privacy fencers are made out of because I've hit several of them, and you know, I've hit several of them and they haven't gone down, and I'd like to build my fence out of that to handle this Oklahoma wind.
I don't think that's wood. I think that's reinforced titanium.
Adamantium or something. Well, I made 7,000, so I can pay off this loan.
Oh, there you go.
No, I can't. I'm $2,000 short. Well, I'm very close to paying off that loan.
Yeah, another contract and you'll have it.
One more contract. Smartest thing I did was buying that 25 or the 3,500.
Right.
That's the price it came when I put it in. I did not mod that price out, so I wasn't
Yeah, like I
complaining.
said, I would sell that international to be able to get that 3,500.
Oh, over on
That way you
Grandpa's?
don't actually. Yeah, that way you don't accidentally unstrap that setup you got and end up having everything fly out of it.
That insertable gooseneck.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that. If I could strap that down. Well, go around me, Mel, man. Jeez. I always wondered if I could strap it to the back of a trailer and have a gooseneck hooked to that trailer and then strap another one to another trailer. Like, be running triples.
Well, I'm sure you could, but at that point, wouldn't it be just cheaper to get them dollies and run them dollies consecutive like that?
I think it's only, yeah, it's about the same price as the dolly is. No, it's actually cheaper. It's only like 1,000, I think, for the gooseneck.
Well,
But you got
yeah,
to
but
risk. You got to risk
knowing you,
unstrapping it.
you done. I was about to say, knowing you, you'd unstrap it and everything and just fall apart right there on the road.
Knowing me, right? Knowing me, yeah. Listen, just for that. You see this pretty truck you like?
Don't you be denting that pickup. That's the thing that's making you some money.
Oh, I'm not gonna dent it. I'm gonna send it to the crush.
Well, if you got money to burn, I guess. Of course, you still got that loan to pay off, too.
That Chevy's fighting
Be a
back.
thank-
She lifted the tractor. She decided to fight back.
You know, she's like a rock.
Yeah,
A heavy one, too.
Betsy decided to fight back.
It's a good way to do an oil change right there, though.
Yeah. Who's messaging me? My wife. Gotta answer the boss, folks. If I don't, I'll get grounded. Then you won't get to listen to two strangers sit here and talk about nothing you understand. Now to figure out what I'm gonna do. Look at
But I'd
contract.
run a couple more contracts to be able to get that loan paid off so you're not in the red.
I'm gonna take this spraying contract. And it is for herbicide. Okay, so I've got two tanks of herbicide right now. So that's good. Won't have to buy any.
Right. Oh, one thing you might kind of keep in mind if you do end up getting one of them trailer type sprayers on the actual play farm,
Yeah.
you might get wider arm setup. That way it covers more ground because it's not that much more cost to the machine.
The big one that I got on here, I don't think it had a wider arm setup.
I think it did.
Let's check and see. Sprayers. No. Oh yeah. Well, 27 was no 30, 33. Yeah. I got the 27, so it'll go up to 33.
And how much more cost is a 33 for the base?
12,000. Takes you up to 86,000.
Well, that's still not too bad.
No, not when you get done quick, especially when you're running bigger fields.
Right. Because that puts most of the fields that you'd run on spraying contracts for what, 2, maybe 3 passes?
If that. I mean, these here are just, that I own right here, are just 2 passes.
Right.
I wish when you adjusted the sprayer width, like downsized it, you know. I
You
wish
could have
that
it set up where it does different arms instead of just coming back to the center point.
I wish that, yeah, instead of just, I wish the arms would fold or whatever, instead of. Hey, Doug, how you doing? We got Country Boy on the mic with us tonight,
What's
He's-
going on, Doug?
teaching me what I'm doing.
But yeah, in terms of sprayer arm, I would go with the 33.
Yeah. I just wish the arms would actually fold up, you know, like if you wanted to go from 33 to 30 to 27 to 17 or something like that.
That would be nice, but I think they might come up with a modded sprayer that might do that.
It
So
would
you
be
can actually
nice.
do that in real life.
It would be nice because, like, when you're trying to get up against where there's like a real thin outside line, and you're still having to spray that whole darn width, you know, because you can't get up against a fence or something.
Right.
Well, how'd your freezing rain go, Doug? Did it? Where am I going here? Okay, so there's 2 ferries. Is there
I
2
thought there
ferries?
was only one.
What's this down here? Oh, that's the barge thing. Yeah. No, that's a ferry.
Is it?
It's the same icon that's on the ferry.
Oh, I guess there is 2 of them.
Well,
Huh.
if there is 2 of them, that's going to save me a lot of road travel. Because that'll take me out right over there by. Yeah, it's a second ferry. You know, I never knew that.
I only thought there was the one. I thought that was the barge loader.
Nope, there's a ferry.
Well, I'll be.
Luckily, you just got rain. West side of Michigan. They had ice storm. That's what we always end up with here in Oklahoma is ice storms. Break trees and power lines, everything else.
Well, that's
Welcome
why I'm
in.
glad I live in the Texas Panhandle.
Welcome in to the person that just came in and added to my numbers. I got my mod Country Boy on the mic with me tonight. We're just discussing where we want to go with this game. We're on our way to do a spraying job. If you like what you see, if you're interested in it, maybe give me a subscription. Or at least give me a like, thumbs up, thumbs down, either way. I want to get out of here.
We always listen to suggestions. We might not jump on the suggestion idea right away, but we will consider it and talk about it.
Yeah, because this isn't just about me playing the game. It's about, you know, the community enjoying what they see.
If y'all got any mods y'all want us to check out, definitely let us know about those.
Yeah, that's a big sprayer, Doug. 27 meters. I could have got 33 apparently, but I didn't. I don't think I had the money.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that whenever you was looking at buying it, but with that delay, you know, you hit that buy button before you even looked at it.
I looked at the longer ones, I just don't think I had the money at that time to cover it.
You might not have, but like I say, you hit the buy button before I could even suggest doing contracts to make up the extra difference.
Yeah, I'm an impulse shopper, man. I don't like going into the store. I guarantee you, Big Booty Judy handles these hills better than Gertrude.
Oh, definitely. Even with a loaded sprayer, look how quick she's going already. Gertrude would have struggled on that hill.
If she'd even made it.
She would have
might
made
have
it
made it.
5 mile an hour.
So it'd have been back like running the little.
Running the 9 in.
Yeah, the 3 miles an hour, mowing 3 miles an hour with a 6-foot sickle bar mower. And you know what? I trudged that out and we made it up.
Yeah, I'd hate to see the 9 in on something as big as this sprayer, though.
Oh, it would just do the lowrider hydraulic routine.
It probably was, Doug.
I'm trying to remember where I'm going. Oh, down the road. This one catches them road gears a lot smoother than Gertrude does.
Well, she's got more horses under the hood, so I would hope so.
But do you know it was, Doug? Well, no, because that was brown. So that was UPS. It wasn't a white.
Well, you don't know if they laid that one over or not.
He's talking
They could have
about,
laid that truck over in the field.
he's talking about where they left my computer sitting next to the mailbox out of the road because they couldn't walk.
Yeah,
20.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. They probably laid that truck over in the field. It was probably white at one time.
Yeah, that's true. FedEx and UPS needs to join together and just call themselves Fed Up. Fed Up.
Anybody but Amazon.
You know, I've actually got pretty good results with Amazon. Well, not
And
true.
I've had some of the worst luck when it comes to Amazon because I've seen a lot of people sit there and have their packages left out in the rain. Not a good experience.
We had package coming in, and it was supposed to be here at like between 6 and 8 p.m. We get a text that says that it'll be by end of day. Now that means 11 o'clock. For anybody who does not know, according to Amazon customer service, they are allowed to run till 11 p.m. And the next thing we know, we get a text that says your driver is 3 stops away. Please have any porch lights on for the walkway and any animals secured. Okay, no problem. Take care of that. 10:30 comes, nothing. 11 comes, my wife calls. And they said, we can't even contact the driver. His tablet's shut off. And his truck is shut off. I find out the next day when they redeliver it that the guy decided that the streets here in Muskogee were too dark and he couldn't find his way safely through the roads. So he just shut his truck down at like 10 o'clock at night and went home when he only had 3 deliveries left.
If you can't find your way around after dark, you don't need to be driving for a delivery service, much less anything bigger than a Class C truck.
I flat out said if that would have been my driver, he would have walked into that warehouse and been fired. You do not just shut your route down and go home because you feel like it. Now, if weather, if it was foggy and the weather said, no, you can't, okay, fine. We're good with that. But just because you don't want to finish, and you're three stops away. Because according to Amazon's customer service, my wife was talking to, they said we were the last of 3 stops. And when the GPS was showing him, he was 4 blocks away. There was no excuse for that. That was just some dude that was fed up.
Right.
Now a friend of mine's girl he knows, whose Amazon truck broke down on the turnpike, and she called her boss, and they said, well, we're sending a wrecker out for you. Then her boss tells her, well, go ahead and clock out and just wait on the wrecker. She clocked out, called her husband to come pick her up, and left the truck on the side of the road. There's no way I'm going to sit on the side of the highway, broke down, because your equipment failed, and clock out and not get paid for that sitting time.
Right. I love how the herbicide just instantly kills off the weeds instead of letting it sit there.
I wished it did it on my farm.
Well, I mean, they're still there. They're just not flowered anymore.
They're gone here.
No. If you look close enough, you can still see the gray and black stalks from them.
Okay, yep. You got a lot better eyesight than I do, because I didn't see that. You having a good Sunday, though, Doug? Stop here, turn off. Back up. I'm hoping I brought enough herbicide.
That's 100% true, Doug. And the reason why they have a huge turnover is because they can't drive to save their ass. Pardon my language, but, you know.
You know, like American Express, which is a freight company here, used to be really good, and they paid good. I mean, they were paying their drivers $40 an hour, but $35 to $40 an hour, and they would haul, you know, the small pup trailers or whatever, doubles, and they were hauling for FedEx. Well, then FedEx decided to buy them. Well, when FedEx bought them, a lot of the drivers that had worked for 10, 15 years for U.S. Express they left. Or I'm sorry, not you, American Freight. Worked for American Freight, they just left because they said that there was like wage freezes and all this crap, and What kind of whiskey you prefer, Doug? Please tell me it's not like a sour mash, you know, like a Jack Daniels or something. I don't really care for Jack Daniels.
Man, I can drink that like it's water.
I just never cared for the aftertaste of it.
Well, you know, when you slam half a bottle, it's not really going to give you much of an aftertaste.
You're trying to get me alcohol poisoning. Look at you.
Well, you know, I come from a line of alcoholics, so there's that.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Timberly, how you doing, brother? How's life in northeastern Ohio treating you? I hope you get 4 feet of snow because you called me Josephine.
4 foot of snow?
He just had 5.
That's just an average day up in northern Minnesota.
He had 5, almost 5 feet.
And that's just an average day up in northern Minnesota. You got to go for the big numbers, man.
They got hit. He's in Ohio, northeast Ohio. But they got hit with one of them Great Lakes squalls or whatever you call it.
Oh, that's always fun. That's why I say I'm glad I live in the Texas Panhandle. We get snow, but we don't get a whole lot of snow.
Oh, come on. I knew I was going to hit that pole.
Canadian LTD.
I've drank that.
Never had it.
I've drank it and Canadian Hunter both. I don't remember the night that I drank Canadian Hunter other than somebody giving me a fifth of it.
The closest thing I got to any kind of Canadian liquor was Canadian Mist. I didn't really care for that.
Canadian Mist is not good.
It tasted so horrible.
Very sour.
$46 inches in 36 hours. That ain't bad.
Until you have to pay somebody to come out and climb on your roof and get it off of it.
No. That's when you just lock your door, settle up with the old lady with a good movie going.
Did I hit that tree? Where am I going? Get out of the tree, boy. His little plow didn't do no good. He had to hire the guy down the road to come in and plow.
No.
He couldn't push, 40 plus inches of snow.
Well, like I say, that's when you sit there on the inside and you don't plan on going anywhere.
You don't like Seagrams? I like 7 and 7. Seagram 7 and 7 up. I like that.
Oh, that shit'll make me black out. I drank too much of it.
That's what my opa drank. He'd always say, "Give me a 7 and 7."
Of course, here lately I've had a taste for that good old homebrew shine.
We got a bottle of that in the other room. Tastes like Jolly
And that
Ranchers.
apple pie is just so sweet, and that white lightning goes down hard when I want it.
Yeah. We got, what did Ken bring? Jolly Rancher flavor. Tastes like a green Jolly Rancher.
Well, I drank too much of that.
I don't drink it hardly at all. Since my surgery on my stomach, it just goes through me too quick. I'll get drunk, and an hour later I'll be sober. Because it just goes through me so quick. But I like that mom water, and it sounds so effeminate, but I like it. It's a vodka flavored water, and it's not carbonated, so I can drink it.
I've never been a fan of the wine cooler type stuff.
It's not really a wine cooler. It's vodka. It's vodka mixed with flavored water.
Well, if it's watered down, to me it's a wine cooler because it knocks the alcohol down to a lower level.
I think they're 16 point.
Well, that's about the same as a stout wine cooler from the liquor store.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you something when we're not on stream. Things are getting interesting in the world of RP.
I'm
People were
curious
talking
about that.
I don't even know what's going on. I'll just say there. Clay made a post last night saying that I used to drink Bartles and James. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cisco wine, Bartles and James, Mad Dog 2020, Orange Jubilee or Grape Jubilee.
Whew. So I got some stories about Mad Dog when I was in high school.
I think it's funny when you see the TikTok videos of these new kids just discovering Mad Dog, and the only one that was telling the truth was that black girl. She opened up that neon blue bottle of Mad Dog. She took a drink out and she said, "Whew, this gonna be dangerous."
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
I'm hoping I don't run out of herbicide.
You got 33, you'll be all right.
I think I only got one pass left.
You got 33%, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
That Boone's Farm is some good wine. Not as good as homemade wine, but it's good wine.
But what I was saying about in the RP was Clay made a post yesterday on his Discord that said, keep the politics out of it. Quit putting political, I guess, pictures on your profile and stuff in there. He's like, I'll mute you, we don't want that here or whatever. Well, then somebody made a comment. Somebody made a comment last night in my stream asking me, they were saying they had stayed off of Discord. And I asked them why, and they said, well, all the drama that's going on. And I don't pay attention to that drama. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't really pay attention. This is going to sound bad. I don't really read a lot of people's Discords because I just don't. It's not game related,
Well, the main reason I have Discord for like big streamers like Clay, Wildman, and whatnot is because sometimes YouTube doesn't give me the notification that they're live, but Discord without fail will.
Exactly. That's why Grease Gun was nice. And he put my streams to auto notification on his. So I do get people coming in here from that. You see Big Dog Leather right
Right.
there. He called me one night. He was drunk in a motel in the hot tub, and he was drinking Everclear mixed with root beer.
No, well,
Eh,
big dog, I'm not Gen X. I'm a millennial, but I still hung with the big dogs when I was younger.
can you imagine the taste of Everclear, 190 proof straight grain alcohol, mixed with root beer? And I think it was diet root beer at that.
I've had Everclear and root beer. I will not touch Everclear again because of that.
I don't. That doesn't sound like anything I want to be drinking. But no, I guess there's been some major drama going on over there, and I don't know if it involves MBI or OCR or if it involves like just Clay's channel. What? But I know
I'm not exactly sure.
somebody was doing political, and that's just a dance I'm not taking with anybody. Diet
Right.
mug root beer with 190 proof Everclear. Contracts finished,
Yeah,
boss.
I'm not gonna do Everclear ever again. That next morning was so horrible.
Oh, I have a bottle of Everclear sitting over there by my couch right now. I don't drink it. I use it to clean my tobacco pipes.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
It's the only thing it's good for.
it's food grade, so it doesn't affect the taste and it evaporates.
Have you seen the video of the Irish and German people trying Everclear for the first time?
Oh yeah, the dude that wears the black leather jacket, he's like, "Holy crap, it's petrol."
Yeah.
Am I going the right way, boss?
Well, I don't know. I'm about 30 seconds behind you.
Yeah, I got to go down here. Let's see here. One, two main roads. Go down two main roads, make a right, and then take it to the ferry.
Poor Doug.
He's getting hung over just thinking about what. I don't drink much anymore. I really don't. I became a very not nice person drinking. And when the wife tells you it's me or the booze, you choose the woman. She stayed with you through the booze, so you choose her to be there with you after the booze. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mind. I don't mind a drink here and there, but with my addictive tendencies, it's way too easy to go back to drinking a 30 pack a night.
Well, I've still got that bottle of Jim Beam sitting in the freezer. It's half gone, and hell, I had that since, I want to say, it was before Halloween when I got it. I can't remember when, though.
My wife likes hard liquor too much. She likes white liquor, dude. She likes tequila. So
I love tequila.
I don't keep those around the house. Now, Doug, happy spouse, happy house.
I love tequila. I will sit there and shoot tequila straight all night.
So will she. That's why I don't keep it around
I don't blame you a bit.
here. Ugh. Dude, this was a lot quicker than taking 12 miles around.
Right?
Make it quicker to get to the sawmill, too. Which might make it actually useful when we're selling logs, not taking a lower
Oh, yeah,
price cut at the carpentry.
Yeah, because the sawmill is going to pay what, almost 2 times the price?
Sometimes,
Maybe a 30% increase?
sometimes it's like 1800, 1900 there, where it's 1400 at the carpentry,
Right.
and every dollar counts. And the sawmill is just no, that ain't it. Yeah, it's just right over there by that field that we were at, so we could come right off the
Yeah,
bar.
everybody I've watched play this, man, they always work on the northern side of the map. So they go through town and take the ferry that way. I didn't even think there was a ferry down on the southern portion of the river.
Well, I saw all the what looked like barges on the map, little square blocks. I didn't realize. And then I looked at the icon. I said, "That's a ferry icon," and I saw there was a road leading right to the water. Yeah, I don't like that guy either, Doug. That's my problem. Dude, this barge is
Well,
literally right behind our farm, or where I got my
that's a
land.
good thing about that's a good thing about me, I guess. Having that Irish and German both in me, I can handle liquor a little bit better than most.
Yeah, but both of those tend to get mean when they.
I got the nice side, believe it or not. I mean, I'm a little bit of a smart ass, but who's not? You know what I mean?
I'm usually pretty happy, but it don't take much to flip that switch.
You know, there's been times where I've got fighting mad over stuff that I probably shouldn't have got so hot for.
Been there. The funny ones is when Big Dog would get drunk with his buddy Fozzie. Fozzie had come in from the military. Big Dog get drunk.
Oh no.
Big Dog get drunk, and he'd call me, and he'd be hollering and hooting and hollering, and his wife would be in the background like, "Shut up and get back in the truck. You're not going in the store." He's like, "But I'm going in the store. I got a piss." He's like, "You're not going in the store. Get back in the truck." Joe, talk to him. Or he calls me because he downed a ton of, what was it, Wicked Ales or something like that, apple cider
Oh,
flavored beer. And he got
oh,
drunk,
no.
and pretty much got stuck in his car because, well, he wasn't driving. He was at his neighbor's, and he got over to his car, and he was sitting in his car messing around, and he's like, "I don't think I'm gonna be able to get back in the house." I'm like, "You want me to call your wife and tell her to come get you?" He's like, "No." He didn't want me calling his wife to tell her to come get him out of the
Well,
driveway.
nobody wants that.
It would have been funny for me because I'd have got to hear it all. But he lost his keys
It
in the
would.
floorboard of he lost his keys in the floorboard of the car and everything else.
It wouldn't have been so funny when they turned it on you, though. Is the problem?
Hey man, I live 1,000 miles away. I ain't responsible.
Well, Bearded was on the phone and he let me drink his. He didn't
Oh
tell me it
no,
was a bad
no, no.
idea.
No sirree, Bob Bearded was not on the phone when that was going on. Bearded got the aftermath. Guess I need to get my seeds out of the rain.
Well, it's not like they're gonna grow, you know.
You never know, they might sprout.
Nah, it's not factored in on this game.
I know that. I still try to keep it a little real.
I'm surprised they didn't factor in the mold on this game, because normally you leave a bag of seed out in the rain like that, it gets wet, it starts to mold real bad.
Yeah. Let's see, can I pay my loan off now? I think I can. Yes, I can. It won't let me repay the $1,000.
What?
It let me pay 25,000, but it won't let me pay the 1,000. That's stupid. You can only repay in increments of 5,000.
Well, pull up the equipment menu. Let's see what we can buy for $4 grand.
Nothing. Nothing that we need. I thought about getting a bucket.
Yeah, no lie, dog. A bucket would be useful.
I thought about getting a bucket. Thought about getting a fork grapple, but I got the forklift for that.
Right.
Bucket's only 1,600.
Scroll down some.
Which line?
That log fork would be very useful for you.
Log fork. Yeah.
Metal line.
It's just a pain in the butt to use on a front end loader.
Yeah, but still.
But it would come in handy, especially when we're doing deadwood or something.
Right, especially with the bigger logs once you get the hydraulic attachment for the 6 series.
Yeah.
What's up, agent?
Hey, agent, welcome in, dude. Great to see you again. I appreciate you hanging out with me last night. That's Country Boy on the mic that you heard talking. He's keeping me from making stupid spins and basically making me stay on the picture that we've established for what we want to accomplish.
Plus, you know that log fork there
Yeah.
would be more realistic than just super strengthening the log up on the trailer.
That's what I was thinking. You read my mind that time.
Oh, did you get the hydraulic attachment set up for the 6 series yet? I don't think you have you?
I don't think it has it yet. It just had the front end loader.
Well,
I mean,
that's what I was talking about.
I thought all it had was the PTO.
No, the 6 series had a loader attachment. That's why we were talking about getting it to begin with.
Why will it not detach the pallet?
We don't know.
There we go.
Go into the store menu and see how much the big hydraulic setup would be for the front end loader attachment.
The 6 series did not have. Well, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because remember we were talking about making the upgrade from the 3650 to the 6 series for that reason.
Which one would be on the 6 series? This big John Deere one right here, right? The 700M? No, because that
The big one, yeah.
that requires 290 horsepower. The 6 series don't have 290, does it?
Does it not?
Six. It's 192. Did we bump her all the way up?
I believe we did.
Even at the max, it's only 234. So it would use probably the same front end loader attachment that's on the.
So what tractor would take the bigger loader? That don't make no sense.
Uh,
The 7 series?
maybe yeah. No, because it doesn't have it.
Look over in large tractors.
What about the 8R? No, the 8R doesn't have it either. 8RT? No. Does the 9R? No,
I don't think the 9R has one.
it doesn't. So what tractor would?
What about the
That-
8RX?
No, it doesn't even have even a front PTO. That's what. See, I'll go back to it in just a second. I went back to it. There's a delay. It doesn't even have the ability to have the front PTO on the 8RX. All it's got is a 3-point on the back. And the front has weights and a steel cable.
Huh. Why would they put it?
Why would they put a
Why would they put a
290 horse?
loader? That doesn't make any damn sense to have a loader that takes that much power
Does
and
it
not
show?
give you a tractor that's got that kind of option.
Well, let's see combinations. Okay, it says the 7R. When I went to combinations, it says the 7R series. When you look at the 7R, it does go up to 290. It comes base 290. But I don't see anywhere here. Okay, you have to get rid of the 3-point on the front to have the front loader.
Oh, okay. Strange.
That is
I mean,
strange.
I guess it makes sense, but
So yeah, the 7R will, yeah, see you had to switch. I wished it
right.
had
But I
both.
mean that. Well, I mean, I can kind of understand it because having that push bar right there in the front.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that push bar is there with the hydraulic or with the front end loader.
Right.
We'll eventually have a 7R. I'm gonna run down here to the store, pick up the patch. I bought that log crap, that log claw.
Yeah, I figured you would.
It makes more sense loading that big gooseneck with it.
Right. I could have sworn in real life, though, you did have a PTO option for a 7R with a loader being able to work. You just didn't have the option for that push bar in the front.
Yeah. It's always nice to have that PTO on the front.
Well, when you're running the 3-bar setup, yeah.
Welcome in, everybody doing good? You're just listening to two guys talk. Not really accomplishing a whole lot.
Podcast. This has become more of a podcast than it has actually getting any kind of farming done.
Yeah. But this was just a casual stream today. I didn't really have any plans to do a whole lot of farming. I just wanted to get on and chill out so that I can relax tonight, not worry about it.
Yeah, when it comes to the survival series farming, I'm probably not going to be jumping in Discord quite as often.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Change my mouse speed. Yeah, see, I can get it going faster when I change my mouse speed to that mouse that Dan recommended to me.
Right.
That's at the max speed on the mouse. That's a lot smoother for going up, down. Whereas I normally run it at this speed. And at this speed, I have to pick my mouse up, move it back to the front.
Right. Of course, you know, you just got to kind of get used to it if you're going to be using it on the survival farm for logging.
Yeah, yeah. We can play with it on here later this week. Get better with it, you know.
Right.
Start taking deadwood.
Super strength is,
start taking
that
deadwood
super
contracts.
Strength is nice, you know, but that super strength is nice, you know, but you got to sit there and remember if you're wanting a realistic type idea like what you were going with the survival series, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose there.
I agree. But start doing deadwood contracts and figuring out how it works. I wished I could haul my gooseneck without having a dolly with this tray with the tractor. But I could load the tractor onto the gooseneck and haul it over there, and then
you should be able to.
Can I haul the gooseneck with this tractor? I see a ball
Not
hitch.
without the dog.
Yeah, no, I
Not,
just I just load Gertie up on the gooseneck and haul her over there, then unload her and load logs up, and then come back and pick her up.
right. And like that log transport contract, it pays good for what it is.
That thing pissed me off so bad the other night when it dropped a log off into the dirt.
Well, now you won't have to worry about it with the log forker.
It dropped a log off into the dirt, and it said that I was 80 or 98% complete. And so
Yeah. Yeah, that one log makes a difference. We found that out the hard way.
I logged out of the game, even tried to come in the game. You were there.
Yeah.
But I made up for it just cutting a tree at the mill and dropping it on them. Now that
Yeah,
you got me to
and
buy
then
that, I'm broke. Broke again.
well, yeah, but I mean, it was a good investment because you got to get used to it now.
You got me broke now.
I could have had you buy something you don't need, like a John Deere riding lawnmower.
Hey, I could seriously, they got a zero turn John Deere. I thought about buying it just to put around on. Yeah.
Do you know how long that would take for any of the contracts?
Oh, I was just looking at cleaning around my property, making it look pretty. Got to keep the neighbors happy, man.
Well, that's what you got the tricycle bar for.
Now, see, John, you need to take these jobs hoeing. You'd be good at hoeing.
Well, don't be giving out my side jobs now.
That's your side hustle.
Hey, a man's got to make a living somehow.
This economy.
I don't think we can say that though.
That's good pay. But where's it at? It don't. Oh, now where's it deliver it to?
Oh, by the way, pull up your equipment menu and let me check out them hose because I've only seen people skim through them. They were like, "Oh, well, we'll never use these."
John, you can't say that. You
I'm
can't ask
talking
me.
about the catalog.
You can't ask me to show you hose.
Well, would you rather me ask you to show me boats instead?
Boats and hose. Boats and hose. Oh, I went to the wrong way. What the hell was it under? I was just looking at it this morning. Ultra subsoilers.
a chip, a chipper would be a good idea in the later progress of the series.
Was it cultivators I was looking at? No, that's
It's down in Weeding.
okay. I knew I'd looked at it. Where's
But
weed?
yeah, a chipper would be good later on. But I think for right now, the best way we can make money is just to cut trees down and haul them to the sawmill.
We
Clean
made a
them up
lot of
as little as possible.
we made a lot of money mowing and doing that. Where's weeding at?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Farther down, I think.
I'm all the way at the bottom now. See your objects, miscellaneous, forestry, animals, grapes, special crops, vegetables, root crops, baling, mowers, headers, soil compacting. Oh shit! Pardon me. You said look at the power hose.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This hose pulls. That ain't it. There it is.
Well, I call them power hose because it sure as hell beats going out there with a hoe and breaking your back trying to get half a field done.
I did see on another creator's point of view, you have to toggle off super strength before landing, where it kills. Either that, or Doug. Either that, or you. It's set to a delay. If they go into their XML and they look, there's like a 0.1 and a 0.3 speed. And if you sit there and just hold in 25, if you just hold that chainsaw down and go all the way down the log, it will mulch the log. But if you just down the log, it doesn't do it.
That Einbach for 41,000. How wide is that?
12 meters.
How about that Super 7 that was next to it for 46.5?
15.3 to 27.3. And it'll do all crops apparently. That Einbach looks like it was just grass. I think what spinach and I don't know what that other icon is. But the Super 7 says weeders pull out small grown weeds between crops, improving the field state. They can only be used in the first stage of growing a crops though.
What about that Einbach for 67.5?
It's 24 meter.
And it does everything?
Everything. It doesn't list anything, no. Doesn't have specific vegetables or anything listed. That little tiny Gorank at the front, that's only 6,500. It's 6 meters, so that would be right at 20 feet. Right shy of 20 feet, like 19 and a half feet.
Right, but I mean, we got Big Booty Judy. I mean, we might as well
Well, I
put a
know, but I'm
little bit
just
of work
saying to
behind her.
start, weeding jobs to start.
Well, yeah, to start, yeah. But I was thinking later on, I was looking at the bigger end of the aspect because I know we can afford that small one in the series.
Yeah.
But I was curious with the bigger stuff compared to what we got.
I need to get a pardon me for saying, I need to get a bigger hoe. Um,
Well, that's
or
why I
not a
was
bigger,
thinking the
I meant a
super.
bigger plow. I need to get a bigger plow because right now I have this. I'll wait till it loads on the screen to keep talking about it.
I was about to say that's why I was thinking the Super 7 would probably be a good idea later on.
Yeah. I've got
I'm just
this.
curious because I don't have the game, so I'm kind of going off of what you're going for here.
I got this Vogel Newt four
That is
plow.
tiny.
It is, and it is rough as hell.
When it pulls up the previous menu to this page,
Hmm.
let me look for a second.
It's only 1.6 meters wide, so that's what, 3 feet, 4 feet. Yeah, I'm trying, Doug. I'm trying to avoid money cheats and all that. More quality of
Just
life, as Dan says, quality of life mods that.
scroll up a little bit.
Okay. Top row. That Titan would be nice.
Well, I'm only seeing the price of it right now, so hang on just a minute.
Yeah, 59,000. It does 4.9 meters.
Well, what about that PW 100 right next to it?
6 meters. Requires a 360 horsepower tractor though.
That's 9R territory.
Yeah, and the Lemken requires 300 horsepower, which we do not have. The Pottinger will do 210. I believe we have that with Big Booty Judy, 210, right?
I believe so.
And it's 4.2. I've seen people use the first one, the Servo 25, but it's only 1.2 meters, so you're 3 feet, 3 feet wide,
Yeah,
4 feet wide.
it's tiny.
Mm-hmm. So if the Agro Maz, it's only 2.5 meter. If I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy one,
I think the servo would be the one to go for.
yeah, the Servo T 6000P, that would be the one to shoot for. It would at least give me, what's that? Probably 10 feet almost.
Right.
Wonder if it has
Because I mean,
pumps.
the Titan looks good. What all can you do to it?
Just to the Titan.
Well, to either of them.
Well, to the Servo T, you can just change the mold boards to universal mold board or slanted mold board or slatted mold board. I
That doesn't look too bad with the slatted.
mean, no, it doesn't. It's pretty
It really is.
until I wreck it into a fence. Now the Titan, you can't change anything on it. You know, that's probably the one I sent you a picture of. No, no, it can't be because that one was huge.
Go back into the servo and see what kind of wheel setup it offers.
Okay.
I'm curious now.
Just standard, but it lets you change the actual tire brand. Just standard, but you can change the look of the tire.
I thought I seen an arrow where it gave you an option for wheel setup change.
Unfortunately, not. It'd be nice if it had a wider tire. It would make the
Right.
ride a lot smoother.
I mean,
Or a
yeah,
narrow.
I think that one with the slatted would be probably the coolest thing that I can find on that.
It would be about 8 jobs, maybe eight
Right.
8 contracts, or if I ever get a field, one good wheat harvest or one good oat harvest.
Right.
But yeah, Doug, that chainsaw issue was when I cut some really pretty lodgepole pines. I was limbing them and like, where'd my tree go? Where'd my tree go? It was gone.
I was laughing so hard.
You thought that was hilarious, didn't
I did.
you? Welcome in,
I figured
everybody.
after the first couple trees, you'd figure out what was causing the issue.
I told you, dude, I'm an incandescent light bulb living in a freaking LED world. I'm not that bright.
You sure you're not Edison's light bulb?
Hey, that thing's been burning for over 100 years in that firehouse.
I know. I wish more light bulbs like that existed.
What contracts we got? What do we have here? Cultivating. No, I'm not doing that. Another fertilizer
Well, that's
job.
another thing I was gonna have you look at. I was gonna have you go into the cultivators and check it out.
I think I'm here in a minute. I'm going to take a fertilizing job. It's literally right across the road from Field 3. Pays $1,638.
Oh yeah, that's definitely worth the money.
You wanted me to look at the cultivators?
Yeah, just to kind of see what bigger options there were.
Plows. Oh, cultivator. I'll leave it on the main screen till you get up there.
Gotta love YouTube delay.
I don't understand why it's so long.
It doesn't make any sense to me either.
You wanted to look at the big options?
Yeah.
I added in these little tiny Vibra-Shank cultivator, and it'll go 5.7 meters wide. International harvester.
Right.
But the big one is, let's see, that's 10.4. What's this one? 7.9. Biggest one is 10.4. 10.4 meters for 79,000. And it has a fertilizer distribution unit you can add to it. can add top ring rollers. But if you add a fertilizer, you have to add that tank, right?
Um, I believe you do have to have an anhydrous tank behind it.
Yeah, or in front of it.
Well, in front of it in this case,
Yeah, I'm not
I
worried.
think.
I'm not worried about the fertilizer distribution unit rollers, but that thing's 10 and a half, 10 and a quarter, yeah, 10 and a four, 10.4. That's tons. 7.5 meters. So, the setup
Back
we
out
got
and
with
go
them.
into the back out and go into the menu real quick, or the list rather.
Apparently, can't even use that horse because it says I'm missing the function Plow in L10NENXML. So I wouldn't even be able to buy it until I figure out what. Oh, it's a mod. That's a mod. That's exactly what it is. It's a mod, and I didn't install the functional Plow because I took that off
Right.
because what good did the Plow mod have to do if I'm only allowed to use it on my own land? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's still a pretty good thing to
It's
have
still a pretty
as
good
you
thing
progress.
for joining fields for sure.
Right.
Because you get a lot
Uh,
smoother lines with the Plow than you do with trying to plow the roads in between them.
right. Scroll up one row.
You want to look at that $90,000 one?
Well, the folding ones, yeah.
It's
I'm just wanting to kind of browse here
the blue
because I'm
one
not
is
wanting to go. I'm not wanting to go all out with the budget blowing, but I'm wanting to kind of keep our options open. You know what I mean?
yeah. All of these plows here are Plow mods, so I'm going to have to reinstall the Plow in order for them to work. This
Go
row
up
right here.
another row.
Go up another row. And apparently those are all mods too. And I didn't install a bunch of mods of plows. But holy crap! Look at that NZ Extreme, 14.3 meters wide. So that would be 7 meters is 22 feet. So 14 would be 44 feet. You need a 400 horsepower tractor to run it. So this big girl right here will go 44 feet wide.
Go up one more row.
Okay. You're going to have to look at this big 44-foot wide beast right there. You need a 400 horsepower tractor to run that.
It is a nice one. I will say that.
Go up one row. There we go. Any of them that say green Plow mod, I'm going to have to reinstall that Plow mod for those to work.
What about that Summers for 164,000?
It is 12.5 ton, 630 horsepower needed. And it is 18.3 meters wide, so it's about 50 feet wide.
Yeah, that's getting on up there into the 9R.
9R, tracked cases, big old fence.
What about that red one that was right beside it? I know it's going to take a lot of horsepower, but it had actual discs on it instead of just teeth.
It 400 horsepower, 14.3 meter. It's the same as that one you looked at on the other list, the other red one. It's the exact same except for the one had the Plow mod installed on it.
Right.
I like the
Scroll up one more page.
yeah, right there. Oh, one more. Okay, up.
Yeah, because I'm still looking at the.
Yeah, there we go. I went back down, then I go back up. I like that
That
coon
that Tiger for 79.5.
tiger. Oh, okay. She is 10.4 meters wide, so a little over about 25 feet, 20, 22, 23 feet. 7.5 meter. I'm sorry, 10.4 tons. Sorry, 7.5 meters. So she's 22 and a half feet roughly. 440 horsepower.
And that's that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I just saw the mouse move over.
And you can add the fertilizer distribution unit, the top ring rollers to it.
So what size tractor would we need for that?
Combinations. Doesn't even show anything. Just when I go to combinations, remember how I was talking about it's got a box that goes onto the front to hold your fertilizer? Here in a
Right.
second, you'll see it when I click combinations. It's a almost $20,000 add-on, but it adds fertilizer to it.
Right.
And it takes 440 horsepower, so let's go out to tractors. I don't think I have a medium tractor that'll even.
No, it'd be a large tractor for that.
That's what I was thinking.
Here in a minute, we'll go back into the cultivators and go one more page up. I was just curious.
The 7R will go up to 388 horsepower. The 8R John Deere will go up to 458 horsepower.
So we'd need at least an 8R.
Yes. Or the Fendt will do 415. The 9R.
Yeah, but the Fendt is just so ugly.
It is. It's ugly as hell. Now the 9R starts at 484 and goes to 691. And the 9RX starts at 539 and goes to 691.
Yeah, but the 9RX is tracked.
Yeah, I don't really care for the tracked. But we could get an 8R, which
the 8R would pull it just fine, yeah.
The 8R would pull it, and it would be 458 horsepower, which would give you 58 extra ponies. About 300.
Right.
I think you want to go dual wheels, right? Twin wheels.
Right.
385,000.
Yeah, I'd go dual front and rear on the 8R because it just looks good that way to me.
It cuts down on my turning radius, though.
Are you really going to be making tight turns with a plow that big behind you?
Have you ever seen me drive?
Oh, I've seen you drive, Bearded.
Well, I'm going to get out of this store, and I'm going to go take that fertilizer out right across the road and make $1,600.
Right.
Find big booty too.
That is a pretty 8R, though.
Yeah, it is. Welcome into the 6 people that are here. The other voice you hear on the mic is my mod, Country Boy. We're just making plans for what we need and where we need to go and how we want to get there. If you would like,
this is more plans of what we like to have, not necessarily need.
Yeah, and where we eventually want to go on my survival stream that I air once or twice a week. Doug says he'll keep saying the same line. I didn't see a thing. I appreciate that, Doug. That support that you give me right there helps me out a lot, especially when they upload. Continually upload.
I don't upload anything. I send you things. But I send them to Dan too, so what he does is on it.
Dan showed me how to make shorts out of it, and I made a short, and then I closed my phone, and I can't remember how.
You forgot to post it, didn't you?
No, I posted it, but I forgot how to do it when I went back to do it on another video. You know, like the electronic boyfriend clip.
Right.
I was going to make a short out of that, and then I thought better of it.
You know, I'm going to play this stream back at some point, and I'm going to cringe so hard at my own voice.
Dude, you have no clue how horrible it was me hearing that stuff. Let's set up our. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows in a head lane.
Oh, you'll have that done in a couple minutes.
Hold up. Yeah, and I'll make 1,600 off of it since you had me go spend all my money.
I didn't have you go spend all your money. I had you make an investment.
That's what my wife says every time she comes home with something. She's like, I didn't waste the money. Think about it. All I have to buy is refills.
Well, that's how they get you. Mine was just a one-time payment.
She'll be like, all I gotta buy is refills. I don't have to buy the whole unit no more. You sound like Aftermath on recording. I got told the other day I sounded like a Gomer. Well, golly, Sergeant Carter. Shazam, Shazam, you know, if you're old enough to know what that is.
I remember that.
Well, you said you was a millennial, so I had to question. You know.
I was raised by my grandpa.
Exactly.
You know, Mom went to nursing school, so she was gone a good majority of the time that I was growing up, trying to get that taken care of. And when she finally graduated and went to work, you know. So me and my grandpa, when he finally retired, you know, we'd always sit there watching them old shows that he used to watch back in the day, you know.
I understand that. I still watch Gunsmoke and all that.
Oh, so do I. Bonanza was my favorite, though.
I liked The Rifleman.
The Rifleman was good.
Bonanza was good too, because it had a continuing storyline, you know, versus just let's see who comes to town this week. Sergeant Carter was a doofus.
Bonanza wasn't one of those hardcore shoot 'em up, always killing somebody type situations. You know, there was always some sort of life lesson to be learned from the whole ordeal.
Yeah. I always wanted that hat that Hoss wore.
That 5-gallon hat?
Shit, on his head it was 20. Big old hog head.
No, it was about a 5 on his. It'd be about a 10 on mine.
Same. My doctor calls me Buckethead. My wife actually has me in her phone. That's Buckethead.
Hogan's Heroes wasn't too bad.
I liked Hogan's Heroes.
Y'all remember Gilligan's Island?
Oh, definitely. Who could forget that?
That's what I'm saying.
The only time Grandpa let me watch a woman in a bikini on TV.
Well, you come on now. You didn't grow up watching Daisy Shake Them Dukes?
Well, yeah, I did that too, but he didn't care for it.
Well, you know, it was the changing of the times, you know. Woodstock come along and just threw everybody into turmoil.
I liked Wild Wild West because I was always into the gadgets and the geeky stuff.
Right.
James West, I loved him.
But you remember the original Batman?
The original what?
The original Batman?
Yeah.
Before they started coming up with all these remakes and fucking spinoffs? Excuse my language.
For me, the original Batman will always be Adam West. But
Definitely.
I like Michael Keaton's Batman the best because it was cartoony but yet gritty. I don't like the new Batman movies. I don't care for them. They're just CGI special effects. There's no sustenance to them.
Well, the new Batman movies like The Dark Knight and etc. They're not bad if you're looking for like an action movie to sit there and watch a couple times and get a kick out of.
My one of my friends, he swears that Christian Bale, whatever his name is the best Batman that ever existed. I'm like, no,
No,
sir. So, Adam West, then Michael Keaton. That's Batman.
right? Because nobody can do it near as good as the original, in my opinion. Now,
I
don't get me wrong,
I
they
did
did
like
pretty
Heath
good.
Ledger's. I did like Heath Ledger's Joker character. He took it to a gritty, dark place. I
He
didn't.
did, and unfortunately, it set the standard for a lot of copycats in the real world, thinking, "Oh, well, I can do this too because that was cool," and it turned out to be a bad idea.
What about that new guy that Jared Leto is playing the Joker? That's got like gold teeth and tattoos on his face. I don't like
Not
that.
not really a good way to move. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Now, I will say Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool is the best choice they could have ever made for a
Yeah,
Deadpool character.
I agree with that. I agree, Doug. Adam West was the best. It stuck to the cartoon, kapow, kabing, kaboom, type
Well,
thing.
he knew it was going to be mostly kids watching the show, so he kind of stuck with it and made it as interesting as possible. Because when he did his improv, it was spot on perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so we made another 1600, folks. No, I am not sell. I'm not going to buy anything else right now. I do need to get some more.
Well, I was going to say you might stock up on some herbicide and fertilizer.
That's what I was thinking. But at 1900 a bill, I can only get one. Right now, I've only got $3,300. What contract?
Well, what contract is going to pay out better for using the sprayer? That would be what would determine what I would buy if it was me playing.
Fertilizing right now, we got 2,000, 2,500, 2,000.
And that 2,500 is too good to pass up on.
Spraying 1,700.
Yeah, I'd take that 2,500 job.
Outfield 25.
Yep. Too bad you can't upgrade your bars to be wider.
I can, but I don't have enough money.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Oh,
Because if you could upgrade them to be wider, that field would be done quick.
yeah. I'm getting better at backing up.
You finally got used to that auto track it's got.
Sort of. I have to be far enough away where I can actually see the rear wheels moving.
Right.
Oh, crap, what did I do? I just unloaded fertilizer and put in herbicide.
That's not what
Un
you want.
Unload. Go back and get the fertilizer, Joe. Come on. Only bearded.
You got enough to buy another jug of fertilizer? I
Yeah.
would, because 25 is a big field and you're going to want it.
Yeah, I've got enough to buy it. I look over at the screen, I see blam, kablowy. Exactly.
Right?
Pow. Golly jinks, Batman. The Joker stole the candy bars from the kids at school. Not on my watch, he's not. We're going to get those candy bars back.
And the gadgets from the original Batman were just so awesome.
I've actually 3D printed out some of like the Batbelt attachments. Because, I got the 3D print farm here that I run.
Right.
And surprisingly, though, with Christmas, it's actually slowed down. I had a whole bunch of orders back in November. But once December hit, everything slowed down because people start looking at getting the big gifts for their family.
Right.
Not the $15 lithophane or something.
Right.
I really like that black smoke better. It's just more realistic.
Oh, I do too.
You imagine that Peterbilt that Dan had me send him the link to? That Peterbilt truck was modding out. Imagine what it would look like with them stacks, 5-degree stacks sitting there blowing coal.
Oh, I could just imagine that.
Imagine if you could actually mod it on here just to make it blow more.
Right.
Okay, let's see here. We need fertilizer, right?
Yep.
Hell, they went up in price, 3,200. Herbicide's still low. I get one.
They always go up on the stuff you need when you need it.
Mm-hmm. They looked and they said, yep, Bearded has a contract he needs to fill, so let's raise the price.
Right.
Hey, for the 5 people that are still in here watching, thank you for just sitting around listening to us ramble. I need to go to field 25. That's... Take the ferry, go up, take a left.
Dan's going to watch this stream back later and he's going to say, well, good Lord, who sounds like nails on a chalkboard?
Both of us. He's going to be like, who is he talking to? Oh, John. I still think it's dumb that you have to get out, go over here, call the ferry. Well, I understand getting out to call it. Because, like, you have to pay or whatever, But once you're on it,
Right.
you should not have to get out to hit R. Blam. Or blame Doug. Okay. I blamed Doug last night. I blamed Doug last night when I figured out that the tailgate actually worked. And...
Yeah.
I said, Doug, John ain't here to blame, and neither's Dan, so you're taking... He's like, well, I didn't even know it opened either.
Yeah, I figured you'd be playing around with some of the stuff on the play farm and end up coming across that accidentally.
I never looked up and saw X, because
Right.
it's a truck. X with this is to either lower or raise an implement. I don't look at a tailgate as an implement.
Well, what is a tailgate aside from an implement to keep things in the bed?
And the funny thing is right before that, I had been up at the store, and I was walking around, I was clicking on it, I was like, is there anything I can do to open this bed? Then I get back, and I disconnect from the trailer, and I thought I was still connected to the trailer, so I hit X to lower the ramps, and I lowered the tailgate, and I was like, what the hell? Then I hooked back up to the trailer and forgot to raise the ramps, and I almost got all the way out of the farm with the dang ramps still on the ground.
No, go figure.
Don't feel bad, Doug. I had no idea either. And I had seen Wildman the first night that he ran Farming Simulator. I saw him lower the tailgate on that international truck and load a fertilizer in with a forklift. And I was like, well,
Right.
did the mod that I installed take that ability away, or
Well, one thing I would like to see them do is come up with a 3500 like that
yeah,
and have a flatbed option.
that would be awesome. The flatbed would
I
be
think it
more
would.
my.
I think a 4-door 3500 with a flatbed would look nice.
Well, the flatbed is just more versatile. I mean,
Right.
hold on, I'll be right back. Got in trouble. I'll be right back.
Oh,
She thinks the package is out on the porch, and it's raining, so she wants it in. Because Amazon will
you
say
got to
they're
make the dog happy.
well, Amazon will say they're 4 stops away when they're actually already here.
Right.
No package. Somebody's burning piss ash though, or something, and that would stink. It smells like urine, dude. Like smoky urine, like when you pee on a campfire when you open my door. Somebody's burning some really cheap wood, probably cottonwood or.
Probably that Elmwood.
No, that could be. I like white ash myself. I use it in my smoker when I use a stick burner.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, it's one of the most common nationwide woods used to smoke with. It has a mellow flavor. It does a good heat. Package wasn't there, so she'll call me again in a minute. It's been delivered. No, it hasn't. I can at least get this build set up while waiting.
Right.
So it'll be 3 passes and 1 head row.
That's the benefit of having wide bar.
So you're saying
Could you imagine trying
So
to
you're
do
saying
this with the
longer's
solid
better?
fertilizer?
So you're saying longer?
Could you imagine trying? Well, yeah, because could you imagine trying to do this with that solid fertilizer spreader you had?
Saying I don't have. Oh, there we go. No, I could not even begin to imagine that with that little tiny ash spreader.
Hell, you'd be all day trying to get that done.
Sort of like that mowing job we did.
Oh, worse than that.
Like when we tried to cultivate up the hill with Gertie.
That was just pain.
So they'll be here, and it'll still say 3 stops. We have the Mexican Americans around here that they don't ride bicycles, they push them.
That's saying something.
Well, have you not ever noticed that? They'll be walking down the road with a stolen bike and they push it instead of.
No, the ones here ride them.
Ones here push them. It's like, I don't know if they're just. We caught one day trying to steal a package, and the police actually showed up because the neighbors called the police on the guy, because the Mexican family across the street called the police because they said he was like riding around their house in their yard. And they called the police on him. And sure enough, the police found out he had been stealing Amazon packages, and there's a little. I don't even want to call it a creek. It's a rainwater creek, or whatever down the road. And he had been dumping packages down there, and they found over 100 open boxes. That no stuff was missing out of them, but the trash from the boxes, there was over about 100 boxes. Where what he'd do is he'd just ride his bicycle behind the Amazon guy and just wait on them. And once they delivered the package, he'd ride through the yard, grab it, run to the creek, dump it, hide it, and come back for it later. Somebody like that needs to
Hey,
have their hands cut off or something. You know, I don't
but
agree
you
with
know, if this was communist China, it would be. But
exactly.
you
I was
know,
going to say I don't agree with a lot of torture that goes on around the world, but marking a thief for a thief, because I'm sorry, no matter what you do, no matter how you try to justify it to anyone, it will never be yours. It will never be yours.
right,
There's, now if you go in the grocery store and you steal a freaking package of hamburger meat to feed your starving children, I might overlook that. But if you come up on my porch and steal the watch battery that I needed for my watch, screw you in the neck.
right. I don't have any sympathy for thieves.
I have worked far too hard to have too much stolen. They stole my welder, they stole my generator, they stole two plasma arcs that I had. They because the tree fell on the shed and knocked a hole in it. And there was an ice
Right.
storm and we didn't have power, so we went and stayed with a friend. And while we were staying with a friend, somebody made their way into my building. They stole a lot of my Opa's tools that he had left me, and that was what bothered me the most because you're never going to have use for those tools ever. You're never going to sit there and hone a engine block or something. You're a freaking thief.
Right.
And I don't get it. I mean, we've all been
Of
caught
course,
with
you
our
know,
hand in the cookie jar as a kid, but we learned when they slapped our hand that you don't do that.
well, you know, my motto's always been, if you need something that I have, come up and ask. If you just take the damn thing, I have no sympathy for you when the long arm of the law catches you.
Agreed.
But if you ask, chances are I can work a deal with you.
I agree 100% with that philosophy.
Just don't be asking for none of my tools because I ain't parting with my tools.
Come on. Can I at least borrow them? I swear I'll return them sometime next Thursday.
Well, you know, I've heard that before
Thursday never
and
comes.
never exactly.
My grandpa had a sign out there in the workshop that said, "I don't ask to borrow your wife, so don't ask to borrow my tools."
Exactly. I'll help you with the job, you know, helping you get everything figured out,
My
but
wife
I'm
will
not loaning the tools out.
my wife will come to me and she'll be like, "Don't you have a chainsaw?" Yeah. Well, it's not in the shed. Oh no, I loaned it to Tom. Well, when'd you loan it to him? Uh, no. But I remember I loaned it to him. I'll call him. Hey, you got my chainsaw? Oh yeah, man. I've been meaning to bring it back. I've had it since Easter. And my
Poor
deal is
dog's
either
probably sitting in chat.
return it in the condition that you got it, or better than you got it. I cannot
Right.
stand somebody borrowing a tool from me and they return it with a dull blade or a bent bar, like a chainsaw. They return an
Well,
088.
that's just like borrowing a trailer. You know, somebody borrows a trailer, blows a hub out on it, or blows a tire on it. They just bring it back and park it, run off before you even have a chance to look at it.
Yeah, I wasn't even borrowing a trailer. I was transporting one for a guy, and two tires blew out on it. I replaced them. I put two used tires on it, dropped it off.
Right.
I could have left it sitting on the side of the road till he got off work.
Well, that's just not right, though. You know, there's a moral code that you have to follow by.
I've always said in here, man, I try to be the adult to children that I really needed in my life when I was young, and I try to be the friend that I always wanted. If I accomplish those two things, then I can sleep easy.
Right. Poor dog's probably sitting there listening, like, "Oh my God, these guys never shut up."
Why did I ring? and I hit the tree.
Well, you ain't supposed to hit the tree.
Shut up. Did I clear it that time? Nope. I'm sitting here staring at this Amazon order app because I don't want to make Mama mad, you know.
Right.
And I keep looking away from my screen. And
I was gonna say, as much trouble as you was having with that tree, you should have just folded the bars when you hit it the second time.
yeah, shut. Hindsight's 2020, my man.
Right.
Seven. I have to pay attention to this because with that contract mod that gives me more contract options, it does not stop you at 100%. It will let you finish.
Right.
So you can actually finish mowing the whole. Hell yeah. Oh, there's still a long ways away. Escape. Contracts completed. 2,500, not bad. And I've got plenty of fertilizer to fertilize my field
Right.
when that second growth kicks in.
Yeah, buying that extra tub of fertilizer was a good idea.
Yeah, I still got 63%, 3,200 liters.
Right.
So Amazon has changed the app of their van to Santa's sleigh. Well, if Santa was as reliable as Amazon is, kids would get their gifts about May.
Right.
I've had to take a couple myself, Doug. Mama keeps calling. Now, we're going to get these right here. We're going to get them 3 fields. Plow that road in, cultivate that road in, have 3 big fields combined into one like we got over there at the other spot. But yeah, those are the fields I'm going to focus on with the... Now, that sign actually stayed. That's the first sign that I have hit I have not been able to take out.
Right.
It actually stopped this tractor. I got to get my head out of the clouds. See?
I just see you hitting on the stream.
Well, wait till you see what I just did. My wife sent me a text. I looked down at the phone, and I hit the barge.
Oh, that's fun.
Come on, Judy. You can get your big booty through there. I am going to start this barge and walk out on my porch, and I will be right back. Okay?
Yep, I'll be here.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. I was lucky it was my regular Amazon guy. Um, was my regular Amazon guy, so he knows where I live. I mean,
Oh, that's always good.
my mailbox sits on the road, the main road, with I think it's either 4.5 or 6 inch reflective gold letters on a black mailbox that say the address, and people still don't stop because they rely
If
on
it,
like Google Maps or whatever. And if you type my address into Google, oh, you gotta be shit. Pardon my language. That was not my fault.
sure, it wasn't.
You just seen it on screen. That was not my fault. I have seriously thought about turning the traffic off because I get tired of them hitting.
I told you to do it.
Yeah, I know. But if you type my address into Google Maps, it comes up down the road on the corner at an empty lot. But you'd think if your GPS took you to an empty lot, you'd look at the house next door to it.
Well, some people aren't that bright.
Some people's children, man. Yeah, he came to the door, talked to me, wished me Merry Christmas, handed me the package and everything. I called Mama while I was on the porch and told her I got it so she didn't have to bother me and take away from her job, you know.
Right.
Sorry about that, y'all. Well, folks, I think I'm probably going to call it right here. She'll be home in about 20 minutes. And
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm gonna hop over here and see about grilling me up some chicken.
yeah, I got to cook her some dinner. Don't know what I'm going to make her. Probably make her a bologna and cheese sandwich.
I'm gonna throw some chicken on the grill. I'm gonna be making some lemon pepper chicken.
Sadly, it's raining here, so I'm not going out and standing in the rain.
It's clear skies here.
Come on, Judy, let's take your big booty in the barn. There you go. Got to keep it from getting too wet, rusty, and crusty.
Look,
Gertrude, you're
and,
gonna. Gertrude's going to get
and
jealous, so we got to take her in too.
it was good chilling with you on Discord through the stream.
Got quite a bit of stuff cross-checked and checked out.
We got an idea of where we want to go on the survival stream now,
Right.
and how to get there. You know, I guess we
Right.
need to take Betsy out of the rain too. She is a Chevy, she was.
Well, you know, that Chevy would probably outlast that 3650. The way you drive, anyway.
Shit. What are you talking about? I am an expert driver. It is the
And
AI.
coming from the one who flipped the tractor with duals.
The fence jumped out and grabbed my wheel.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
But folks, it has been amazing. I appreciate the 5 people who are still in here. If you liked what you saw, not what you heard, maybe come back, check us out next time. My next stream during the daytime will probably be on this farm, and then I will probably do an evening stream on my survival farm. I'm gonna run my butt over here to my house so that I can go to sleep. I really appreciate you
You too,
stopping in,
Doug.
Doug. It's always great. Hey, John, if you would hit
So
that
good to see you.
exclamation, if you would hit that exclamation, thanks. But
Always good to see you in here, Doug.
I'm probably going to
I'm glad you
do
stuck around as long as you did.
one survival stream this week. Just keep playing around on this and getting better at what we're doing and working out the kinks on everything. If I don't see y'all before Christmas, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And looks like the bearded one is now going to go to sleep. He's
Just
tired.
remember, y'all, it's not about the gifts you get, it's about the time you spend with those you care about.
Exactly. And if you don't care about nobody, spend your time online with me. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope your week goes great. And as I always say, if it starts out bad, fake it till you make it, because eventually it'll go right. There's 24 hours in a day, and there's no sense to allow 23 and a half hours to be ruined because you had a bad interaction for 30 minutes. You have a wonderful night, Daisy. I'll check one of your streams out tomorrow when I get back. I had actually started watching one today, and I fell asleep. I was tired this morning, and I fell asleep on the couch right after I got the wife off. It played all the way through, though. But it was the police simulator. I cannot say that word. Simulator. But everybody have a wonderful week. See y'all next time. I'll keep the light on when you want to return.